Welcome to Masterclass number 22. Essentially, it's about hospitality blueprints, which provides research-led marketing advice to companies in hospitality for the last 30 years. In addition to my consultancy work, I also spend time providing pro bono and hopefully meaningful advice to local independent restaurants. In my capacity as hospitality partner for Brighton and Hove City Council, I do a free monthly workshop which is primarily focused on the economics of restaurants. Things like improving menus by analysis, gross margin improvements, reducing labour costs, improving repeat purchase behaviour and boosting average spend. Today I'm talking about how you can make your people more effective to work in hospitality. For people to perform well, they need to enjoy decent levels of self-confidence and self-esteem. In essence, low self-esteem leads to low self-efficacy, fear of failure, social anxiety, and reduced psychological resilience. Those traits materially affect performance, learning speed, initiative, customer interaction, and retention. But why do people experience low self-esteem and low confidence? Historically, people coming into catering had not performed well at school, and throughout their academic lives they've been criticised by both teachers and parents for the lack of numerical or literary skills. You're going to come to nothing. You're going to fail. You're going to end up working in McDonald's. That situation has changed dramatically nowadays, with 80% of 16-year-olds going on to study A-levels or BTEC or T-levels, compared with only 12% in the early 80s. Nonetheless, it's the case that students feel the pressure within their peer group and from their parents on achieving academic success, a pressure which reduces stress and impacts on self-confidence. I should also emphasise that the pressures exacted by social media, where algorithms target vulnerable young people, are quite dramatic. It's also worth remembering that nearly 1 million 16 to 24-year-olds are classified as not in employment, education or training. According to a recent survey, 2026, by the King's Trust and YouGov, with a sample of 4,097 young people aged 16 to 25, they found that 73% were anxious about their future careers, 60% felt unprepared for employment, 28% believed that they lacked the work experience needed, and an astonishing 27% felt they were going to fail in life. So in summary, a growing body of evidence suggests that some young people entering the workplace have low levels of confidence and resilience, influenced by a combination of educational pressure, reduced independence, mental health challenges, social media, labour market uncertainty, and in some cases overprotective parenting. These data summarise the challenges facing organisations seeking to recruit young people. The basis of my response to this was a result of my appointment as a consultant and director of Meadowhall Shopping Centre near Sheffield. I calculated that with 190 stores, the centre would require approximately 7,000 staff. I guesstimated that of these, 2,000 will have had some experience in managing stores or supervising staff. That left over 5,000 vacancies, which would be filled by entry-level staff whose training, I discovered by talking to the major retailers, would focus on technical skills, not on service excellence. To address this important gap, I persuaded Eddie Healy, the owner, that we should create the Meadowhall Retail Academy, despite his misgiving that the word retail was fairly low down the scale and the academy word was up there. I assured him that by calling it a retail academy, this balanced the two aspects and indicated that we would strive to get the highest retail standards possible at Meadowhall. In my 16 years working for big companies like Polycell, Ski, United Biscuits and Grand Met, I was fortunate enough to attend a number of development courses, from basic sales training to leadership skills. I employed a young American woman who had several years' experience in teaching children in primary schooling. I gave her the outline of the courses I had attended and asked her to modify these so that it would be suitable for 16 and 17-year-old school leavers. It took a little while, about 3 months, but we eventually got the 10-module programme that I decided to call Meadowhall Magic, as it alliterated. The outcome was witness tested by Marks & Spencer's, Debenhams and Boots, all of whom recruited staff from our graduates. The centre went on to win the Daily Telegraph Award for top service in retail, the first and only time a shopping centre had been recognised in this way. The Magic programme was extended to shopping centres in Dusseldorf, Stuttgart, Dublin, Cork and many UK centres with a total of over 30,000 graduates. The background to the programme and the 10 modules that make it up are in my recently published book, Great Service, Great Sales. My aim today is not to sell the book, but rather to promote my consultancy. However, those of you who have got £3.99 to spare and have been mesmerised by my presentation can get it from Amazon in Kindle form. The 10 modules are maths, juggling, speed reading, memory, listening skills, assertiveness, body language, mind mapping, let's get creative and traffic lights. And the modules are presented in such a way that you can deliver them yourself. My favourite one is juggling, which in a nutshell communicates to people that failure always precedes success and that belief is the key to learning. So if you believe you can do something, you're prepared to fail, then you will succeed. So that's it. Thanks very much for listening. Hope you found it interesting. And if you've got any questions or you want to make contact, my details are below. Thanks again. Bye-bye.